Well, gentlemen, we're back here and we are really getting close here. We're sniffing out the bad gas theory, and we left off where the car actually ran pretty well off the external fuel source. And so what I'm going to do here is I hooked up a tube to the fuel rail. Got a bucket, and I'm going to put the fuel relay back in and actually see if I can get a few gallons of gas out of this thing. I'm not sure how that's going to go. I don't think I've ever seen such a weird setup ever, but let's give it a whirl. Well, so I've got my little Chinese code reader, and I've done an actuation test with the fuel pump relay, and I have activated it, and it is dumping fuel. Seems like it's working pretty spectacularly. I don't think I'm leaking. If I am, it's just a bit. So we got a 5-gallon bucket here, and I'm pretty confident I put 1 gallon of crappy gas, and then I put 4 gallons of pretty good gas. So I'm gonna just hang out here and wait for the volume to peter off. Hopefully my battery doesn't go dead. My guess is I'm probably putting out about a gallon a minute. I don't know. Has this ever been done? It's crazy. But I don't know. Who's gonna tell me I can't do this? So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go get 5 gallons of the best gas I can find. I'm gonna give her a drink, hook her back up, and see if she starts. So I'll bring you back when we're to the end here. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm back, and we're almost full on a 5-gallon bucket. If this turns out to be bad gas, this will be the greatest stunt I've ever pulled off, not having to actually drop the tank. What am I going to do with that gas? So I'm going to let her go for, I don't know, like 20 more seconds here, because I feel like there's probably only half a gallon in there now anyway. And okay. Off. Should be it. She's still pumping. Why is that? Okay. Just takes a second or two. Oh, hey! About to pour, so I'm going to close this hood up, and I'll bring it back after the tornado comes through here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, she's running. Not only is she running, she sounds way too damn calm, to the point where I'm like, what's wrong with her? And I'm like, maybe she's misfiring, because I felt like a bit of a shake, but you can't really see that. But got the misfire counter on here, and she's not misfiring. She was just running a little rough. She's running right now, and she sounds smooth. And bad gas theory wins the day, right? So I'm going to give her a little bit of gas here. Or listen. Ooh. That didn't sound right. It's possible I do have a misfire. Okay, misfire on one misfire on cylinder 1 and 7. One misfire. Trying to look at the misfire counter while I give her some gas. Now, you should know that my intake is off, so that can't be helping things. This whole thing. And I know you can't see this, but my oil filler neck is loose, so that's probably creating a vacuum leak. I'm gonna shut her down, and then in a second, when my air compressor turns off, I'm gonna start her up and let you listen. I'm gonna put you right there. You're just there to listen, though. Something else is not quite right, but you know, I don't see her coughing up black smoke or anything like that. So, you know, no check engine light, which is even more fascinating. I don't know if I should take her for a spin. Why not? Well, she's running and under her own power. And she sounds calm right now. And we're about to see if she can move for the first time in literally 6 months by herself. We're in gear. Brake sound super crunchy. Okay. Let's give her a forward. How does she have a half tank of gas? Oh, it is a little suspicious. Boy, it would suck to just stall right here at the end of my driveway. That parking brake light has been on for some time now. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rover is running under her own power once again. Unbelievable. I'm slightly afraid to go too far, but she really seems to be running really smoothly. So I had a friend come over today and sort of talk me through what I was saying, and he was 100% convinced that I needed a fuel pump. And I just really struggle with that because I had pressure at the rail. He said, well, you know, it could be intermittently failing. But it's just, with the situation with the bad gas, it just didn't make sense to me. I kept coming back to, like, well, I put a mystery gas into it, and my intuition was correct. So I am quite happy right now. She really seems to be running okay. She stops like shit, I'll tell you that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this episode. The Rover is back. We've got 276, 921 on the clock, and hopefully I can make it to run to 300.